Greetings and welcome to the channel. I seem to have had an accident with the tools. Yes, do not panic, ladies and gentlemen. I have stripped it apart to diagnose the non-working clutch, which is operated by this lever. Usually the clutch is operated from here, so in that position the brake is on, the machine should be stopped, but the motor should still be running. And in that position, it should engage all the clutch and the machine should work. And obviously on this, it wasn't working. So I've gone into diagnosis mode. So the clutch usually sits here, which I have in pieces across the bench, which I will show you in a minute. It usually sits on here, the clutch with the V pulley, and then all sorts of plates and a massive spring and a big nut on the end. So I've taken all that off to sort of diagnose what's going on. So I'll show you what I discovered with the clutch and the pulley section. Right, so here is the clutch and the pulley mechanism. Well, the brake. So we got this part. Now I'm quite sure this is the braking part, which has some adjustment by this piece here that rotates. So we do have some adjustment on the whole mechanism through here. We've then got this plate, which this looks like some form of brake disc, and it seems to be stuck to this metal plate, and I'm not sure whether it is actually supposed to be stuck or it's sort of friction welded itself together. So I need to have a good look at that. Now, as you can see, it's covered in this black gunk and it is really sticky. And then the next plate, now this plate was really stuck to the central bearing and I couldn't turn this central bearing shaft. The more you slightly push on it, the more it holds it in place. So you take this off, and as you can see, it's absolutely filthy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give everything a really good clean. And then that shaft, now you can see it spins quite freely. But I'm quite sure it should be a bit more freer than that. Right, so to answer the question, should that be stuck to that? No. I did a little bit of investigating on the internet and seen some pictures and they were definitely apart. So I just held it in my hand and just gently tapped it with the plastic head mallet and it came apart. But even pushing it by hand, it wouldn't move. But maybe that initial shock, I don't know, broke it. But I've cleaned it all up now. So it's looking really nice. So that's ready to go back on. I ended up pushing out the centre section of this, because it just felt like something was binding on the back. And luckily I did, because all this behind here was absolutely... oh, it was clogged up with loads of black horrible stuff. It's now ready for me to reassemble it, so I'll push this, get this pushed back in and get the circlip on the back, and then we'll go to the machine. That runs much better. Right, so before I assemble it back together, I'm just going to give this a bit of a clean, just to make sure it all slides. Right, so the pulley goes on first, so I need to put the belts on. That didn't rotate before. Right, so there's a little circlip that goes on next. There you are, she's in. Can't believe how freer that is. And that was just by cleaning it. So that goes on. Then this plate goes on. And now the pin's got to go in. The pin I have is bent. I'm waiting for some material to come, and then I'm going to make a new pin for here, and I'm going to make a new pin for under the handle inside the machine, because the one inside the machine is bent too. So, but for now, it'll have to do for the purposes of testing. Right, then this plate goes on. And then this plate. See, it seems tight going backwards. But you put a bit of pressure on and it goes back. Just give that a little adjust so it moves it forward. It's not far off on the dial. I mean the handle. I can't believe how much adjustment there is. That was a tiny adjustment and it's now straight. The handle on the top, I don't know if you can see that on the camera. The handle on the top is now perfectly parallel. So we'll leave it like that and I'll put everything else back on, because we might have just fixed this. So here's the big spring. So that goes on here. And then you've got this that goes on there. I'm going to give that a bit of a clean. I'll give that a bit of a clean before we carry on. Let's put a little bit of silicone grease on there, so it's not going to stick. That's all. I've only put enough on to stop it sticking. This is a left hand thread, so it goes on backwards I think. Right, so at the minute we're on free spin, so the chuck will rotate and the pulley, I cannot physically move that pulley without rotating the chuck, but when I move the handle into the brake, I can't move the chuck at all. But this is spinning. So I'll get the belts all hooked back up. I'll clean the top, put the lid back on, and we'll give it a test and see what happens. Let's see if she works. Click the power up button. Well, that's a good sign. It's spinning. So let's see what happens when we do the handle. Hey, that's fantastic. Let's engage it. Oh, that's brilliant. That's at 1,000 RPM right now. It brakes, but it's not brilliant. Now that rattle you can hear, one of the plates is got elongated holes, so it's rattling. So that rattling is this plate. Just rattling. Now I've seen on John at Double Boost, his has springs on 3 of the pins in between the plates, so I'm thinking that's where we go with that. We're going to get some pins, we're going to get some springs and chain and put 3 springs on, and it'll stop that rattling. But it definitely sounded better. So there we go, we've got the clutch working. Now I've not put these on properly because we've got to take it off again, because I have found that the lead screw feed engagement here, when it's in either the forwards or the reverse, it's got like this gear grinding. What I've noticed is if you pull the handle towards you while rotating it, obviously I did this when it was off and the lid was off and I could see inside, the selector fork that goes around the gear, I think is just catching the gear, because there's some play in there. I don't know, hopefully you could hear that then. I'm not sure how far I've got to strip it down to get to that piece of the machine, but as it's filled halfway with oil, I think it's going to be a draining of the oil job. So all in all I did with the clutch was strip it down, unjam the 2 plates that were stuck together, gave it a clean with some brake cleaner, put it back together, and we have a working clutch. I did a little bit of adjustment on the braking section. If you remember, there was a hub and it had a piece inside that rotates. You just turn that a slight amount, put it back together, and you've got a bit of adjustment. Now it's recommended that regularly you take your clutch apart and you actually clean it. So I'm going to leave it like this now because I want to find some springs for the plate at the back. I'm going to do 2 new pins internally for the selector for this, because the 2 that are in it are bent, so I'm going to put 2 new ones in, and if we can, I'll look at the feed if I can find some information on it. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you did like it, please click the like button and that will help it share and get a bit further in the YouTube. And if you've not subscribed already, then please by all means click the subscribe button and the notification bell, and you'll be notified when we next release a video. So thanks for watching. Leaders! Love it. Absolutely love this machine.